Good afternoon. George Cavaligos for HFT bonds. Well, they're up a little bit, but boy, it wasn't much of a trade today, really. If you came in and caught the first dip and caught that rally to the higher highs, that was it. And then we just kind of came off a little bit and sat here all afternoon. Not kind of very exciting. I think a lot of this has to do with the rollover. Total volume in the 10 years 1.5 million, but if you look at just the the D's contract, it's less than, what was it? Oh man, I just looked a minute ago. Let me double check here. I want to say about 800,000, but I think it's less than that actually. Probably more like 500,000. Actually 620,000 10 years on the D's contract. So, got to imagine a big percentage of today's volume was all involved in guys spreading out of D's into March. So, the market's up. Open interest been up quite a bit the last couple days, kind of confirming this move. I still think there's some potential on the upside. Short term, I caught a couple clusters of resistance at 132.15 and 126.28.29. I think we could see that tonight. I'm going to try and keep this sort of short-term bullish bias into the holiday. And then Friday is the rollover where March becomes the front month, I believe. So we're going to have to start working on our March charts here real soon and see if I can, get used to those price levels. Rollovers are always a tough time for us technicians. You get gaps and things like that because the price changes and different charting packages roll the contracts on different days and things like that. So back to the markets here. D's 10-year closed up 4.5 today. Decent close. Again, I still think the market does a little bit better from here. I think we're going to go test. Today's high was 26. I think we're going to go test 29. And probably even that 127.04, 05 area where the market broke down from last week. And then we'll see what happens up there. I really am leaning towards the bull side still. It's just, man, it's so hard to keep a position on the market jerking around with these weird moves. So, try to buy the market tonight. I think Asian equities could be a little bit weaker tonight with the yen coming back. And if the Nikkei's down, those guys, they still trade the stocks down, bonds up kind of idea. We do see that consistently in the overnight session, whereas we do not see that same correlation here in the States anymore. I'm not sure why. It's QE, I imagine, that's driving everything here. So forget your, intra-market correlations. A couple months ago, if I would have told you that the yen had just broke like 200 ticks, you would say, oh my God, the bonds must be down 2 points. That trade hasn't worked this cycle either. So, forget the correlations. Just trade, what's in front of you. Trade what you see. And I see kind of a slightly bullish orientation to the bonds here. Again, 132.15 is my short-term resistance above us here. The big levels up around that 132.22 to 24 area where we have the previous highs and bearish declining trend line area. Kind of correlates with that same 127.04, 05 area on the 10-year. So keep those levels in mind. I think we see it. Like I said Friday, I think the market's going to go test this 132.06, 07 level. And we've tested it, and we really haven't rejected off of it hard. That's why I think we continue to see, some higher prices. Remember, the 618 retracement of all these little moves in the bonds has been pretty good resistance lately and support. 132.06, 07 was the 618 retracement of this last little sell-off, and we tested it today. I'd say we successfully tested it by trading up to 10 and then just sort of closing right around this 06, 07. We really never came off from there. I'd have to see the market break back below the 132, even 130, 130 area before I would start to flip my short-term view here on the bullish from the bullish side to the bearish side. A lot of data starting tomorrow too. Not so much tonight, but tomorrow we start getting data here in the States. Tuesday and Wednesday. We also have the 5-year auction tomorrow. So a lot of interesting stuff to play with. And that's it for me. Have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.